I'm a little nervous tonight. I want things to be right. Nice hat. Pull down over your face. It's a very important night. Be busy. Do something. Come on, dummy. Come on. Now, it's time. Live and in living color. The greatest world's heavyweight champion in the history of this great sport. And it's my pleasure to introduce...
It's Sunday night and the week's been rough. Maybe you didn't catch up on all your wrestling stuff. Welcome to a show you can trust, with Nathan has skill pumps and Giandra LaBeouf. Illuminerdi wrestling order, keeping up with everything wrestling every week, kinda sorta. If you missed it, we got you. We might have missed it too. So let's talk through the stuff we did get to. Down under like a didgeridoo, but aim at the top spot. Power Rangers show, we looking at you. It's all the same Illuminerdi crew, but our show is COVID sick. Y'all, seasonal flu. We've been through a producer or two. Now Shay's riding with us and he's stuck like glue. We all are rated with curse words, weed, liquor, and brew. But we ask Joe for forgiveness, not permission. I thought that you knew. Hey, is this gonna get me in trouble, man?
Hello. Welcome to the demonetized
wrestling order.
Illuminerdi. Post Malone tour shirt. You can't stop when you never started. Post Malone fell into a trap door. And the music never stopped. And if you follow me on social media, you know I ranted about it for a minute. Yeah, I don't.
It's good though. It's a good rant.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't understand. I just don't understand paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars of your hard-earned money in an inflation-riddled United States of America to watch a guy not really do his songs. I like, they're pay money to see them. They like, these acts are like strippers now, right? Like, it's fake.
What,
like,
you got a problem with strippers?
Not
now?
in the slightest, but at least I could get close to him, get asked to have a lap dance or 3. You know what I mean? Like, Post Malone shows up in a fucking sport, it's just jeans and a fucking jersey and gets to hold a microphone and say, yo! And they turn it on in between songs. Don't give me, hey, wrestling happened this weekend, guys. Hello! Welcome!
Hey, wrestling.
To the Illuminerdi wrestling order. I am pumped, or...
That's it. End it. We'll never top that.
I am Pumps. That is Nathan Haskell.
Redondo.
Pleasure to meet you. Boy.
Go Pack.
Yeah, it's crazy to say we've been doing the show for a long time.
Yep. You almost wouldn't believe it. You definitely wouldn't know it.
No. You almost wouldn't believe it. Here we are, back on our road to the curtain call.
On our alternate, in our alternate jerseys. Our home alternates.
Yes. Pumps, how was your week, cuz?
Wanted to see 61 dingers, but instead we got $6.99 and 700. So.
Oh, they had that. We got them.
Yeah. And I've been watching the Yanks all friggin' week. For Ungats. Nothing.
Yeah. We got. Oh, did you say? Yeah, you're talking about Pujols, right? Not Judge.
Well, both.
Right. Gotcha.
Unless he hits 61 tonight, and I'm doing this shit.
Right. Bro, there was a fucking plumbing commercial before the show this time.
I know.
For some reason,
get that
I don't understand why there's
money.
ads running if we can't monetize them. Why do we even have them then?
Well, YouTube can monetize them. We just can't share in the revenue.
Oh, you see how well I know how this stuff works?
Yes.
Yeah. That'll change.
I'm actually checking the box score right now.
Nice. That'll change. Pumps.
He got a ribby. I'll give him that. Yes, sir.
Nothing else to report from your week?
No, it's been a pretty basic bitch week over here at the Pumps household. Yeah, I can't really think of anything that's.
The lady was out of town.
Yes, she was last week. She was in Chicago seeing the aforementioned Austin
Malone.
Post.
Did you slide across the floor in White Sox risky business style?
No, I very rarely wear socks inside the house.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, I did not. I don't think I got into any trouble while she was away. I made sure the house was cleaned up before she got back, so that's win-win.
Yeah.
How about you? I think you were on a little bit of an adventure.
I was. I went out of town this weekend.
Oh, out of town?
To see.
So a different county, or?
I went way out of town this weekend.
Oh. That's a 2018 fucking deep
I got
cut,
on an airplane. It is. I know. I remember it.
I know you get it.
I saw you were going.
Shoutouts to the realm.
Oh, yes. Here you are once again on Monday night. Shouts to the realm.
Oh, wow. Wait till you see the chat.
What happened now?
Support your local Dallas, Texas rapper, Austin Post. On his
shout out
12 karat tour.
To the person in the chat whose name is Color Paint Christ Mask Invincible Neji Rangers.
Yes.
Who says, kill Dino Fury character and kill Dino Fury episode bad guy. Color Paint, I couldn't agree more.
You're speaking straight fact. Love him or hate him, he's spitting facts.
Yep. Kill them all of them.
Absolutely.
Sammy Bennett, hate that. Kill sharp stuff.
Yeah, aha. Kill him with sharp stuff.
I agree.
Get him.
I agree.
Get him.
Shouts to the realm. All right. I went to Utah, Salt Lake City, the site of WWE's SmackDown.
Oh. I'm sorry. I gave you a little tease, but didn't. There was no payoff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
All good.
You know how the internet rumors are.
Yeah. But there was. We will talk about it because I was there. There was some more teases.
Yeah.
I took my 6-year-old nephew to his first live wrestling event. I believe I sent producer Shay a few pics. It doesn't really matter what order you put him in, I guess, because I won't see him in real time anyway. So, whatever. It doesn't matter. My nephew is 6 years old. He has just recently gotten into professional wrestling. His dad is Big Chris. Shout out to Chris, a frequenter of the chat, a frequenter of the super chats. My little brother, it's his son. And it was amazing. Let me tell you what. Before I go into the show, I have this little tidbit for you. If you have a child in your life, whether it's a son, a niece or nephew, a favorite cousin's kid, your best friend's kid, whatever, if they're into wrestling, take them to see it. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you think it's silly. I don't care if you think it's stupid. I don't care if you used to watch it as a kid and don't want to spend money on it now. That kid will have the best time a 5 to 10-year-old can have at a live event. They won't have that much fun at a sporting event. A 6-year-old, absolutely not. They'll be into it for a little bit. You know what I mean? But they'll lose interest. They'll want to go home. They don't know the people enough to pay that much attention. But god damn it, they know who these fucking wrestlers are. And it's just awesome, dude. I cannot champion it enough. Just take kids to go see pro wrestling if they're into it, because your heart will fill with joy. And I don't mean to go on a rant here. I'm sorry, but it's
worth it though.
To see, when he like doesn't like guys because they cheat, and he's like, Dad, why do the ref let them cheat? Like, doesn't, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't believe that they're really fighting. I don't think, much like I didn't as a kid, but he's not really sure what's going on. So he still thinks that like the refs are still trying to keep control of them. You know what I mean? Like he still kind of thinks like pro sports and pro wrestling are similar in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some trickeration somewhere.
Yeah. And it's just awesome. At one point, he looked over at me and he said, not to me, he says, Dad said, "You having fun, buddy?" And he looked at his dad, and of course I'm sitting next to him, whatever, and he goes, "This is like the greatest day of my life."
Oh.
And buddy, I could have walked out of the room right there. I was done.
That's what it's all about.
I was done.
That's what it's all about.
I was done. He's going to have so many more greatest days of his life as he goes on through life. I mean, we all do. And I'm just glad I was there at one for something that I also enjoy, even though he might not ever remember this. He might not. I don't know. It's on the cusp. It's 6. He's 6. So like,
yeah.
But I'll remember it.
It's all that matters.
And it was awesome. And it was me and my little brother and his brother. So my 2 little brothers, and my other brother, Ben, Chris's brother. He doesn't watch wrestling. He liked wrestling a lot as a kid, like we all did. And Attitude Era, stuff like that. But he was having such a blast. He was like, "Man, this is great." He goes, "This is great.
This is
Maybe
fun.
I should start watching wrestling again."
You guys talk about this every week.
Yeah. So it was a really, really cool time. So shout out to kids and wrestling, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
We'll talk about the SmackDown results here after we talk about AEW. I just wanted to get the kid thing out of the way, and I wanted to get it at the front of the show because I know, probably not many people are sticking with us for the full hour. So I wanted to get that out.
Get it out there. Stay tuned at the end of the show for Nate's Metaverse update.
Yes. Damn it. Oh, the Rikishi story. I'm going to get this right out of the way.
Let's do it.
Boom. We're firing on all cylinders, Daddy. Here we go. Scissor me, Daddy. So before I went out there, the week before I went out there, Chris calls me on speakerphone with Henry, his son, and says, I can tell they're on speaker, and he goes, "You ask him, dude. You ask him." And he goes, No, you ask him. You ask him. And he goes, "No, you ask him." They're doing that little thing. They do it all the time. And finally, my cousin goes, "All right, bro." He goes, "Henry's trying to tell me that Rikishi is the Usos' dad." And he legit didn't think that was the case.
Oh, wow.
He thought Henry was making it up.
Oh, wow.
Or like he heard like a playground.
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, he is." And he goes, "What?" And all I can hear is Henry in the back going, I told you, Dad. I told you, Dad.
Fantastic.
And my my brother goes, "Oh man, I legit thought he was just making it up." And I go, "Nah, dude, the kid's right."
Well,
and he goes, "Well, fuck me."
That's it for Chris. He's been usurped as a parent. That's it. I mean, you can really see, like, if you put Solo, Sikoa, and Rikishi next to each other, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Not so much Jimmy and Jay, but when you look at Solo, you're like, oh.
And Solo's the youngest, right?
I believe so.
Gotcha. All right. Let's get to some AEW. I want to work backwards.
Okay.
If that's all right with you.
Yeah.
I want to work Rampage first, just because I watched it this evening, or most of it, and so did you. So we, things are fresh. I had some thoughts, and I had thoughts, but not strong enough to where I wanted to get my phone out and make a note about it.
Same.
So we'll see if we can, excuse me. See if we can work this out. Shout out to the chat. We got 6 people in here right now. All right. We're moving and shaking. Rampage, Grand Slam Night 2 was kicked off with a no DQ match. Darby Allin and Sting versus Brody King and Buddy Matthews, and who's the chick again?
Well,
Julia Jezebel.
The Undertaker.
yeah. Right. Yes. Boy, this faction just doesn't have it without Aleister Black, do they?
Well, they're about to not have it with Buddy Matthews anymore. He's leaving.
That's true. Yeah. So the chick, Julia, what's her? Julia Stiles?
Hart.
Julia Hart, the girl who's in the goth crew but won't dye her hair.
Do we have confirmation if she's alive after that bump?
I don't know. There was 2 bumps in this match that I went,
Yeah.
All right.
Might want to run that one by an agent next time. Probably not great.
So they come out and they're standing at the rampway, and Darby and Sting jump them.
Like a pack of cowards.
And much like everything when it comes to the Stinger, like it's just late. Like Darby had jumped on Brody King and was legit on him and was a foot from him, and Sting was still just looking forward like it wasn't happening.
Yeah. Sting's like, I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm 65. I'll get there.
And then the other guy, Buddy, is happening. His guy's getting choked, and he's just standing there like it's not happening.
He's like, oh, I hear some commotion to my left. Let me slowly turn to see what could possibly be happening.
Yeah, exactly. So then the Stinger headlocks him up, jumps on him, whatever. They rumble around. This was a...
It was a Darby match.
No, but like, was this some sort of match? Or no DQ.
Well, yeah,
okay,
you said that in the...
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
I forgot. This is a Darby match. Darby jumped off something big. He always does.
Busted his melon wide open, too.
Yep. Sting, he has to go through a table, right? I mean, it's become...
If he's going to work, he's going through a table.
Or jumping off something high.
Yeah.
So Sting goes off of the apron, and there's 2 tables set up. One.
Yeah.
And the back of his head hits the other one.
Did.
I don't mean to laugh, but the man is 60 years old.
And I'll follow it up with what I always follow it up with.
Why?
And still has his money.
Right.
Why are you doing this, Steve?
He's not like the guy that shows up at the end of the match.
Yeah, he's not just doing a run-in.
No, okay. All right. I'm really interested to see if we're going to have similar takes on this. Tell us.
And then Julia Hart.
Yeah, tell us how Julia Hart almost died.
Almost the exact same spot. She was on the apron trying to distract the ref, and Darby pushed Buddy into her, and she took a flat back, completely missed the first table. Her ass landed at the tip of the second table, and her head cracked the concrete and the security railing.
Yep.
So that's a thing?
Yep.
I mean,
she wasn't even in the match.
No.
She did that spot and wasn't even in the match.
No. And listen, I'm all for ladies getting out there and showing what they got, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's an unnecessary spot.
Here's my problem, bro. I mean, among many.
Okay.
Where's the payoff? There's not even another chick in the match.
No.
So you're doing this spot for what? You're gonna do an angle with Sting and Darby?
Yeah, it's going to be Julia Hart versus Sting and Darby.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't even understand the point of her doing this.
Because somebody told her it was a good idea.
But how does that happen?
When the inmates are running it's a super indie. It has devolved into a super indie.
I know, and it's
this
bumming
is
me
something
out.
You'd see.
I know it's bumming me out, though, dude.
I agree. They're in serious trouble.
Like
AEW could be held at the VFW and change the name, and you wouldn't know the difference at this point.
But I still like it. I
agree.
I want more.
I agree.
We can't keep agreeing.
Well, then,
I'm just kidding.
Screw you.
No, for real though. No, of course. No. But in all seriousness, like, okay. So then at the end of the match, a guy came out. I would have gotten a bigger pop than the Great Muta got. Nobody in that entire fucking arena outside of JR and the announcers and the guys in the ring and the guys in the back and maybe 500 other people in the audience knew who the fuck the Great Muta is.
Well, yeah, with that mask, yes.
He came out to silence.
Oh, yeah.
And the announcers exploded like fucking Brody Lee raised from the dead and had like Jim Ross. I didn't expect to be seeing the Great Muta when I suited up for work tonight.
The great chest hair is what killed me.
Dog. Right? What are you doing, bro? Like, and you know what's hilarious though? Listen, I will give the Great Muta this. And this will be a goddamn clip.
Okay.
It's a hot take. It's not a hot take.
Okay.
It's just a hot observation.
Okay.
A genius thing. Now, the Great Muta used to walk all slow like this, right? Like that was his deal. Correct? Like even when he was like
very methodical,
but like he had his hands out and shit. Like even like when he was like 25, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is and now he's what? 65?
You probably,
right? Yeah. Okay? That's adjacent to Kiss in the makeup, son. Because if Kiss wears the makeup, you never know how old they are. I mean, listen, they're not gonna jump around stage and shit, but aesthetically,
yeah,
that was genius about Kiss, is that they knew they could run this gimmick there always because they never look old.
Right.
And when you're old, what's the first thing that fucking goes? Your movement.
Yeah.
So
whenever I hear someone say that Gene Simmons is like 80, I'm like, what?
Right.
But he is.
Because you've never seen him age, dog.
Yeah, because you've only ever seen the Demon from 50 years.
From 20 to 50, bro. He just looked the same.
Yeah. Well, except for that one album that they did out of the makeup, but
yeah. So that's was a genius thing about the Great Muta. Like he was moving slow, and I'm like, oh well, this works because you're fucking old and can't move anyway.
Yeah.
So he comes out. The other thing too is they expected people to know that the Great Muta and Sting were a huge rivalry. The Great Muta never wrestled in the WWE. The Great Muta never wrestled in WCW after like 1993. Nobody knows who the fuck this guy is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stop you when you're wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
but again, this is Tony popping the internet marks.
Right. And that's not enough to keep the thing afloat. It's really not.
No
and that bums me out. Because I like it.
Yeah, I want it to do better.
He has to lean more mainstream with something. Like, everything can't be Attitude Era or super indie. You gotta do something, dude. Like I mean,
what's he gonna do though? Like,
I don't know.
What do you do? Do you just cut half the roster?
No, you don't do that either, because the roster is what makes you super dope. Right? Like that's why I'm watching. NXT, I hear, is putting out a great show. I'm not watching it because I'm not really into the roster. Maybe I would be if I watched.
2.0 has been. I will watch the new, like the NXT 3.0 or whatever they call it.
They're back to black and gold, homie. It's just NXT.
No, but the last 2 shows were taped.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so this was this last week. So this week is the new back in black to black and gold.
Oh, tomorrow, like the full a set and everything.
Yeah, I guess that would be tomorrow. Yeah,
that's dope. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I'll give it a look. See.
All right, we're half an hour into the show. We've gotten through one match.
See what old Yams Bigelow's doing. Mandy Rose is still the champ, though. I can't get behind that.
See, I don't even know that.
I mean, literally, I could get behind that, but I'm not. Maybe not. I don't do skinny bitches.
Hook and Action Bronson.
What just happened?
What?
No, you guys, video disappeared off my screen.
Are you back? Monetized for a minute?
No, never.
Oh, okay, all right. We've been on the show for 28 minutes and we've talked about one match. Let's
Yeah,
I know
Action Bronson.
But I got thoughts about all these things. Okay. Hook and Action Bronson versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, Angelo Parker and Matt Minardi. Can you explain to me why those guys have those dumb names?
No. Because Jericho gave them to him. He thought they'd be
dumb.
sports entertainment.
They're dumb. Those guys are better than that.
I don't disagree with you, but what are you going to do?
Cool hand. Who the fuck knows what that even means either? I do. You do.
But again, that's a Vince McMahon-ism. I will give it. What's a madcap? I understand it.
Too motherfucking shay.
I understand it. Hey, Action Bronson wrapped himself to the ring.
Bravo, buddy. Bravo. Action Bronson was great.
Yeah.
Didn't do a lot.
Didn't need to.
Things he did do worked.
Yep.
Action Bronson's not going to be a full-time professional wrestler.
No.
Action Bronson with maybe another match or two could add maybe 3 more moves to his repertoire, and I'd be all in.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him seeing hitting like a razor's edge.
He could hit a lot of things. Action Bronson looked. It's hard to move around. It bounces more than you think.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And he wrestles in New Balances.
So well, those are his. That's right. A collab. That's a collab he's doing. Yeah.
So, but
which I knew you'd pop for that.
Yeah, I was for it. I don't like them, but I'm for I like the New Balance getting up there with guys I like, Kawhi Leonard, and I kind of fuck with Jack Harlow also. By the way, that guy can rap. Anyway, I don't really like.
You could have given me $50 and said, "What rapper does Nate low-key think is cool?" And I would have not said Jack Harlow. But okay,
you know what? And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's the first time I've ever said that to anybody in person.
Yeah. Well, now it's on the internet for at least another 3-4 months.
Yeah, fair enough. The road to the curtain call. I could use some more Action Bronson. I liked it.
But if you're in that locker room, how do you justify giving Action Bronson 15 minutes at one of your biggest shows over somebody that's been there 3 years?
You can't. 100%.
And that's just me playing devil's advocate. So
100%. And you heard them he has 2 million streams a week, or they were shouting out his shit so that. But again, I could handpick 12 people from my work to ask this question to, who I think would get it right.
Okay.
And I bet you half of them would get it wrong if I asked them who Action Bronson is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I like Action Bronson. You like Action Bronson.
Yeah.
The average hip-hop fan probably doesn't know who the fuck Action Bronson even is.
No.
And the person who doesn't even really I almost don't even I'm a hip-hop fan, but I don't consider myself a mainstream. When people ask me who new people are who are crushing it in hip-hop, I don't really know who I've known so those fans,
well, yeah, I'll send you shit I find on Instagram, and I'm like, who is this? And you're like, oh. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I started to follow No Jumper just so I could keep up with the fucking Joneses. Anyway.
Sure, that's it. That's why you're following No Jumper.
Yeah, I like that. I actually like that page a lot. I don't have enough time for the podcast, but I'll fuck with the Instagram page. And they don't need me because they are huge.
Yes, I believe you. I mean, I agree. They are to bring more eyes on the product, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know, the AEW's locker room is, if you believe the dirt sheets, they're in some serious trouble. It's split 50-50, Team Bucks and Omega, and Team Punk, and I just feel like, you know, I don't disagree with the move, but you need to give them something on the back end. You need to give people a make good. Be like, yeah, we're taking you off the card for Action Bronson. I'll give you 15 minutes next week. Do something. And don't hurt anybody.
Well, here's the thing, is that if you maybe don't have fucking what's her face take 5 minutes of TV time to do this table spot, that's room for somebody. That's in a room for, you know what I mean? Like, you can find room, dude.
I agree.
Action Bronson.
Yeah. We don't need a Jade Cargill paint by numbers promo. Tony cut the shit every week.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
All right, what do we have next? Sorry, I'm just posting on Instagram. I'm trying to get us back up from 2 watchers.
Okay. I want to say next was it the Diamante? Was it Diamante versus Jade?
No, next was Wardlow and Samoa Joe versus Josh Woods and Tony Nese. Okay. I could spend another 8 minutes on this too. I don't.
I love Josh Woods. I know you don't. It is what it is.
It's not just that. It's just what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are Wardlow and Samoa Joe tagging? Why does Wardlow have to tag with somebody to get a rub every week?
What's the old WWE line? Creative has nothing for you.
I mean, really? I'll tell you what they have. They have 10 minutes for you every week.
I mean, like,
every show
of substance. How can
you say that though? They gave him a title.
A title on a promotion that doesn't exist.
What?
The Ring of Honor title?
I'm talking about Wardlow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Joe.
No, I'm talking about Wardlow.
We got our signals crossed there.
You know what's funny is that we both thought what each other was saying was about the other guy, which it explains everything.
Yes.
Right. That explains, because I could say the same thing that you were saying about you, Joe, and right. Yes, that's it. All right. Guess who won? Wardlow and Samoa Joe.
I don't know.
Next we had Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who is in his full singles push.
Yeah.
Full blown.
Yep.
I don't get it.
It seemed like this match was 45 minutes long.
Where is Jungle Boy going? He can't talk.
No.
So why?
Yeah,
why is Ricky Starks not in this spot?
Well, he had the main event of part 2.
I guess you're right. But you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Bro, Dynamite's the show. Rampage is not the show.
No.
So Jungle Boy is Tony Khan's attempt at getting kids. And you know what I'm saying? Like, is that's
well, yeah, Jungle Boy and Darby, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they had it. They had it with him and Christian, and
they sure did. They had me Karen.
Then they dropped the ball
within 2 weeks.
Yep.
They had a great angle. You run it back. We ran back here talking about how great that angle was when they were talking shit. Yep. It was good.
Look at us now.
Here we are.
Shitting on it. Like everything.
Our main event was this. Oh no, that was the main event, because then Christian came out and
that was the hour one main event.
Yeah, whatever. Next, we had Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara.
I checked out.
Okay, I know you'll know this because I didn't know the name exactly.
Okay.
Sammy Guevara is ripping off who was the kid in WWE with the video game entrance before anyone had the video game entrance?
TJP.
That guy. Is Sammy Guevara ripping off that guy's entrance?
Well, no, because TJP did an anime or like an 8-bit chiptune thing. And
yeah,
Sammy,
but they feel the same.
but Sammy's just ripping off Sammy's ripping off Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, well, he's okay. Then he's ripping off the New Day.
Okay, I don't know.
Right. New Day was pretty, like, with their entrances, like video game, anime type shit. Like New Day was pretty on the cusp of creating that shit.
I don't. Yes, I don't dispute that. But I see what's funny is they'll try to weave realism into this, and they'll have Sammy call Eddie a fat piece of shit because everybody knows, like, oh, you got in trouble for that. But here's the thing, that doesn't work after the pay-per-view.
No,
that doesn't work anymore. So I'm glad you had that one locked and loaded, and whatever. But after what you just went through with the Bucks and Omega, no, you can't do that now. You've lost that.
Right.
I don't know. They've proven Tony has proven time and time again he cannot book on the fly or call an audible, because he should have done it at the pay-per-view with the Acclaimed, whatever. Because again, why buy the pay-per-views if you're not going to see the big moments?
Right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Boy, did I have a problem with the end of this match. So Eddie taps him out, right?
Yep.
And he won't let go. And refs are like, "Come on, dog."
Yeah.
Fucking
let him go.
Let loose. Security pops in the ring.
Yeah. And 45 dudes can't get Eddie to break the hold.
Eddie mops up some of these guys, right? Socks them up. Gives them some backhands, some New Japan backhands, right?
No, do not compare what Eddie Kingston does to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Just listen to me, man. Let me work.
I'm sorry.
Another ref comes out. The senior ref, who I've never even heard his fucking name before. I thought Rick Knox was a senior ref.
No, he's the Young Bucks ref. It's true.
We all know how I feel about the AEW referee situation.
We do. It's well documented.
AE says, "Hey, man."
Are you talking about Bryce
Remsburg? What?
Bryce Remsburg?
Is that his name?
Was he bald?
I don't remember now.
No, it wasn't. I just like to say Bryce Remsburg.
Okay. He had hair. I thought he had hair. Anyway. And they go, "Hey, Eddie Kingston, you hit security. We're going to reverse the decision."
Oh. Yeah.
Did you not see this?
I did see it, but I legitimately, I had it on mute because I can't listen to Sammy's voice. I don't care. I don't care. I heard the promo.
All right, hold on. So they reverse the decision.
Yeah.
And announce to an arena filled with people. Senior referee, fucking dick fuckface, whatever his name is.
Mickey J.
Whoever the senior referee is should not be a referee. It's not Mickey J. He had some other name I'd never heard before.
I know, that was the joke. Mickey J was the WCW guy.
Gotcha, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
The referee has reversed the decision. And it's now given Sammy Guevara the victory. Because after the match,
yeah,
Eddie Kingston hit a security official.
Yeah. Was it...
I know this is made up. And I know this is phony.
Was it 6 weeks ago, Wardlow wrestled 23...
That's exactly my fucking... I'm like, this motherfucker Wardlow beats up 5 security dudes a week for like 2 months.
But that was a sanctioned match, though. That's okay. They had a lawyer involved. They had Mark Sterling involved in that. Everyone knows he's a lawyer.
Dog.
I don't know. It's bad. It's really bad. I'm not gonna advocate for writers for this show, but maybe get like a couple of people that have been in the business and maybe try to hash some stuff out.
Man.
I don't know.
Oof.
I mean, maybe
on their website. Oh, it says on there. This is direct from their website. This is direct from their website.
Okay.
All right.
Paul Turner, that's his name.
AEW senior official Paul Turner reversed the decision due to Kingston not cooperating.
Oh. Well, he is the babyface, and they're supposed to cooperate.
Bro, the match was over. If you were in the Super Bowl and Tom Brady won the Super Bowl and 5 minutes after the Super Bowl went and fucking cut the throat of his coach, they wouldn't take that Super Bowl away from the team.
And you know what I'm going to counter you with?
What?
Reggie Bush.
What?
He doesn't have his Heisman.
That's college. That's different.
It's a sport.
It's college. That's different.
It's an award that was taken away.
College is totally different.
Because he broke a rule.
I'm talking about a sport where dudes make money at it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, college.
Come on now.
Hey, name, image, and likeness is real.
That's a soft comparison.
No, it is not. That's a
They
valid
didn't take away any of the
comparison.
fucking Reds wins over Pete Rose.
They took away. How many times has wins been vacated? And when Joe Paterno was overseeing little kids get diddled, how many of his wins got vacated? It's the same thing.
You mean vacated? What does that mean?
His wins were vacated. They erased them.
Again, what's the common denominator in every example you have? College. Name a pro thing.
Marge shot.
Tim Donahue was a mobbed up ref, and they didn't change any of the fucking decisions that he was involved in. And he wrote a book about it.
The mafia is made up by Hollywood, and it is not real, sir.
If this was Hollywood Squares, you lost this one. All right.
The 1994 Montreal Expos.
Next, we had Jay Cargill versus Diamante. I didn't watch it. I don't really want to talk about it. Do you?
Trina turned on Diamante to the shock of absolutely no one.
Okay.
And joined the baddies.
Grand Slam Golden Ticket Battle Royal. Watched about 30 seconds of it.
Had it on mute. Didn't care.
I watched the awful Don Danhausen stuff. I didn't care. Guess who they gave it to?
The Leather Daddies.
Hangman Page.
Oh,
because of course you have to give Hangman, the other VP guy that played nice and didn't do anything, you have to give him something to do because he can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Powerhouse Hobbs versus Absolute Ricky Starks. So this is the one match I did want to watch, but it was coming up on the time to start the show, and so I saved it. I heard it was not bad.
It was not bad. It was good.
Okay, that's good.
Compared to all this other foolishness, it was the match of the night. But it was also tables, ladders, chairs, shit. So,
gotcha.
There wasn't a whole lot of wrestling matches in this here wrestling show.
No, there was not. So let's talk about Dynamite.
Yes.
The Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this.
Claudio Castagnoli versus the Wizard, Christopher Jericho.
Mm.
Match wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
But that's because Claudio is a scaled down version of Daniel Bryan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Daniel Bryan and Jericho, like let's say Daniel Bryan is a 10, Claudio's in solid 8. So he's going to get Jericho a decent match, but not as good as match as Daniel Bryan could get out of Jericho. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, right.
I do.
It's for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
Chris Jericho wins
With some dastardly heel maneuvers.
by giving him a sweet, sweet nut shot.
Kicked him in the ding-dang.
Sure did. To win the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Now, the announcers made it nauseatingly clear how he did it without honor. Right?
They did. This is the same belt that's been defended in Stairway to Hell matches, Ladder Wars. I know the Briscoes fought over it, brother versus brother. I mean, yeah.
Nobody knows that.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But that's why they're here, because I'm going to tell them.
Here's my deal.
Kevin Steen and El Generico Ladder Wars. Find it.
El Generico, aka Sami Zayn, is doing the absolute best work of his entire fucking career right now in the WWE. Anyway, I kind of like it.
You like the heel Jericho?
Jericho winning the Ring of Honor championship.
Yeah.
Now, here's my problem. This would be a lot better if Ring of Honor had a show still.
Yes.
Because I think... See, here's the problem with guys like Samoa Joe working in Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Over technically, right?
Yeah.
Because if Jericho came to NXT and was like, yo, I'm just your world champion now.
Right.
That's a funny / good angle.
Yes.
Right? Then you can have young guys coming at him. He runs them down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're using Jericho really well. Also, you're going to boost some ratings because no one knows what Jericho's going to do that week. He could be kicking back as the champ, not wrestling. Like you could go a million ways, but it only works if the roster is a bunch of dark and elevation guys.
Yes.
Right? And maybe some other kind of, you got a leader in the locker room, but you can't have Samoa Joe working in Ring of Honor. Still, you can't have, if you're going to pitch it this way,
Claudio.
Claudio. You can't have Brian Cage even. I mean, these are guys that you've tried to pitch as
this is where your Daniel Garcias, your Wheeler Yutas, your, hell, have Jungle Boy lose to Christian and have a fall from grace, and I need to get back to basics, and
Dog. Jungle Boy down in Ring of Honor firing up the locker room because Jungle Boy's almost like the veteran of the young guys who's still young.
Right.
Going after a fucking prick Chris Jericho who has no honor in Ring of Honor. That writes itself. It's funny. It's interesting. I would watch that.
Yeah. And they have history.
Right. It's just
Jungle Boy and Jericho have had a feud.
Because I like what they're doing with Jericho winning this title. Like when he was announcing for Rampage, they kept taking shots at him that he won with a shot to the dick, and then every time somebody cheated, he'd be like, "Oh, they don't have any honor, not like me, the Ring of Honor champion."
Exactly.
It's hilarious.
It is.
Like Jericho is doing they're popping champagne. Like it's his 8th title, but he's acting like the Ring of Honor championship is like the most prestigious thing he's ever won.
Yeah, it's the NWA 10 pounds of gold, baby.
Right. It's fun. Like it's a good angle. I just don't know where they can go. Because Ring of Honor needs a show, dude. Like, when is the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view?
Exactly. What do you think about this? Rock Jesus says you got to have some top names though if you want the TV deal.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But you mean
I
to
think
tell
that
me?
I still maintain. Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that if you didn't throw, you could have matches on there that were AEW matches on a Ring of Honor card. Right?
Well, yeah, FTR's wrestled on ROH all the time. Yeah.
So if you send down Darby to have a fucking match that week, you know what I mean? He's not there every week. That just adds to the shit. So that would be even more. I should fucking write for them. Listen. So then what you do is every week you have a different AEW star that comes down there, and Jericho's like, "Hey man, let me show you around. This is my fucking place," right?
Right.
And he's like punking all the young guys. And then Jericho could even start his own little stable of veterans that just want to wrestle in Ring of Honor because they get to punk the young guys.
Yeah, just cash the checks.
And then you eventually let the young guys get over and shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
Writes itself, Pumps.
You would think. But we're not also running the Jacksonville Jaguars, Fulham FC, and Wembley Stadium. So
if they gave this storyline, if they took their Dark and Elevation shows and turned them into Ring of Honor and ran these types of storylines, I'm not just saying the fuck, not the thing I just made up, but I'd watch. I might not watch every week, but I got way more interest in watching than, and that doesn't mean you can't put Jericho on TV, because then Jericho comes on TV on Dynamite or Rampage, and he comes back and wrestles other guys, and it just, but then just always talks about how he's like the king shit down there. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
I'm not, I don't know. I'm not shitting on your thing, but here's what I'm going to do. I am going to show you, or tell you rather.
I'm going to log off.
What? No.
I'm just kidding.
That's not what I want at all. Okay. So, 12 hours ago, this is from the official AEW Instagram. On AEW Dark, episode 82, we have Ortiz, Sky Blue, and Ranger Ross versus Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford, and Serpentico.
All those guys could be in the under Ring of Honor banner.
I mean, they use Ring of Honor as a tryout system, unfortunately. Because the next post that talks about Dark and Dark Elevation that I can find. Man, Action Bronson looked good. That is Dynamite. Well, anyway.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, like, there's some, and I love independent talent as much as the next person, but they are absolute stinkers on here. So that makes me nervous for like the Ring of Honor brand. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but that's why you fill it up with like, bro, come on. You mean Ortiz, Kip Sabian, and Sky Blue couldn't fill out 3 roster spots on the Ring of Honor brand?
They absolutely could.
Of course.
But nobody knows who Serpentico is. Nobody knows who, you know.
I'll tell you right now, the same amount of people know who Serpentico is who knew who fucking the Great Muta was tonight. That crowd.
I would disagree with that, but okay.
All right, next.
Well, anyway, I can't find it, but anyway.
MJF cuts a promo. Great as always.
Sure did. Max's money.
Yep. I have nothing but great. Max, he needs to go north. So we'll just have him do some amazing things before he goes away and becomes a major star. He does. He headbutted Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone took a bump. He never takes bumps.
Tony Schiavone's never been touched except for when the Young Bucks pretended to. Did they kick him or did they just break his glasses?
I don't remember.
This was early AEW.
It's pretty cool that Tony let him do that. And then Tony goes back to the booth and they're asking, "You're all right, Tony?" "I don't know, man, but how that MJF, he's a real son of a..." I love him. I love Tony Schiavone. Next up, we had Pac and Freshly Squeezed. It was a match.
I'm still over Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. Next, we had Tawny Storm, Serena Deeb, Athena, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. They wrestled.
They did.
And at the end...
Oh, what happened at the end, though?
Saraya.
Ah.
Formerly known as Paige.
Yes.
Is she cleared?
I mean, you don't sign her if she's not.
But is she working an Edge type schedule now? Like, there's no way they get her to wrestle every week.
No. She's an attraction. But, I mean, that's the thing about AEW. You don't wrestle every week.
That's true. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. I can't dispute that one.
Yeah, that tracks. Unless you're Jade Cargill on Dynamite or on Rampage.
Right.
I mean, you don't sign her if she's not medically cleared, or you're not.
Is this a Daniel Bryan Edge situation where she just enough time, Shawn Michaels, like just enough time goes by and all of a sudden you're fucking healed enough to wrestle again?
Well, you can't be Shawn Michaels because WCW didn't go out of business.
Wait, what?
Shawn Michaels was holding Vince up for money. When WCW folded, that's when he came back. Stop it.
You what?
He was threatening to go south, Daddy.
You don't
think
Shawn Michaels' back injury was legit in 1998?
Never.
You are in.
And I don't think he got beat up by 8 Marines either.
Well, listen, I'll give you that one. That one's suspect as fuck. But
okay.
Oh, you're lucky we're an hour into the show. We don't have time to fight about this. So is Saraya Daniel Bryan and Edge in terms of maybe you can't wrestle all the time, but you can wrestle sometimes? But Daniel Bryan or Bryan Daniel, whatever the fuck, he is wrestling all the time and very hard.
I think she has a few matches. I mean, her parents run a promotion. I mean, I don't think she flew all the way back to the UK to roll around on a mat. I'm sure you know what? In my head, that came out sexual, so I'm not going to. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. But you don't sign her if she's not cleared. You don't, because the money she would command. Now, she's not Sasha Banks level money. And I wouldn't think realistically she needs the money because she makes $1 trillion she made $1 trillion on Twitch. So she could just go back to streaming video games in a tank top. She doesn't need to get back in the ring. So
I can't wait till weird stops.
Hey, Tuesday nights, baby, on the Illuminerdi shit. Oh.
Bro, don't be stupid.
I'm just kidding. He doesn't even have his headphones in.
Come on, don't be.
He doesn't even have his headphones on.
You don't think? Come on. You think you're gonna have a Twitch channel if I don't even have a T-shirt to wear at wrestling events?
No. Do I think I'm gonna have a Twitch channel if we make, produce, and edit the content to send to them, and they don't even post it?
No. We will though, Daddy.
We'll get there, baby.
All right, next. We had the main event.
Main event of the evening.
Yeah. Wow.
It wasn't, but it was. It was the main event, your heart.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hold on, dude. I skipped hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's why I said it was the main event in your heart.
Sorry, I scrolled down. I scrolled down and was looking at the Daniel Bryan because we were talking about Daniel Bryan. So I was like looking right. The Acclaim versus Swerve Strickland and Limitless Keith Lee, who I like. I think they are a good heel tag team. I don't think they need the belts. I think they can work with a lot of people, and I'm for them. I think, those are two guys that could be single stars that I'm for as a team, as opposed to Wardlow and Joe.
Yeah,
like Wardlow and Joe.
Yeah, they're like an odd couple tag team. Yeah,
I'm for it. I think it's cool. It's What?
Does Shay have a flip phone?
I don't know.
Is he texting on a calculator?
That's what this show can afford is a flip phone.
Yeah, you're right.
The Acclaim, god damn it, pumps.
How was the rap?
They are over.
Over like Rover, baby.
The rap was great as always.
Are you ordering the platinum basketball jersey?
No.
Well, you should.
I'm not gonna buy their merch.
Scissor me daddy ass for sure. I got those t-shirts coming. Me and the missus got matching.
Nice, that's great.
Scissor me daddy ass t-shirts. We'll wear them to the wedding.
If I was at an AEW show and I had enough beers, I would 100% buy an Acclaim t-shirt.
I don't know what you're talking about buying weird merch. I'm
just not gonna order it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Noggin Boss.
Shout outs to Noggin Boss.
Don't let the Illuminati steal you. You're our guy.
Don't do it. You're our guy.
You're our guy.
Hit us up. We'll.
Yeah. Curtain call.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
All right. God damn it, these guys are over. I text you. I said, I haven't seen a tag team this over with everybody. I mean,
yes.
In the late 90s, it was hard to dislike the New Age Outlaws, and nobody gave a fuck what their matches were like.
I mean, yeah, the Godwins,
right? Like
that wasn't a barn burner.
Of course not. But they were just over. You wanted them to win, and they were fun. Like, but these guys can wrestle, and I'm not saying anything against fucking Billy Gunn and Brian James. Those guys can wrestle as well.
Oh,
what?
Dust Mites has entered the chat.
Oh wow! Yo, Dust Mites, Tricker Beats, October.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Cold Slither. Tricker Beats 2. Sorry, Tricker Beats 2. October. Nathan Has Skill and Dust Mites, Cold Slither, Drowning Demons. Halloween. That's October 31st, if you didn't know that. Anyway.
It's on a Monday this year. Kind of a weird album release date, but
is it?
I'm here for it. Yeah.
It's also number 13 for me. So.
Oh.
Right. And also the record's got kind of a feel. Anyway. When they were on the outside of the ring, right? Hard cameras here. Hard cameras looking this way.
Yes.
And they were on the outside. And they were fucking doing this jobby to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that place was going banana.
Banana. Hey, there's a Friday the 13th in January. I think you should push it back. That's all I'm saying.
It was awesome. They were so over. And the match wasn't as good as their pay-per-view match, which kind of bummed me out because they deserved to win it after that one.
Absolutely.
But all the spots were there. They gave them time. I mean, what? They had to go 15, 18 minutes, right?
Yeah, they went two breaks at least. So yeah.
And finally, the Acclaimed has won the tag team championships, and they deserve it.
But again, why pay for the pay-per-view? Why pay $50 if you can see this moment for free?
100% agree.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I like. Right. Because I guess in today's day and age, free media is where you've got to give them, like, you got to, I don't know, you hook them with.
But you blast it out on social and people will find it. Like,
right. Like if you're, if you're going to pander to marks like us.
Yes.
You're going to get their money. So give them moments,
reward them for their dedication,
right, that you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So that if you've got fringe AEWers that like casually watch,
yeah,
and they keep hearing that all these dope moments happen on pay-per-view that might get them to buy said pay-per-view.
Because if they tune into Dynamite and 2/3 of the show is mid, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
It just
anyway. Shout out to the Acclaimed.
Shout out to the Acclaimed. Shout out to the Realm.
Yep, the Realm.
Yeah,
Realm. Best toy collector group in all of the interwebs.
Damn right.
Oh, you know what's funny is that we talked about the matches. I skipped the Acclaimed match. So we already talked about Orange Cassidy. We already talked about MJF. Yeah. We already talked about. Okay, got it. I like that you knew that. You just let me keep going.
I'm not going to cut you off mid-flow.
Next, we had the Grand
Slam. Kind of a hype man would I be there?
The Grand Slam Tournament of Champions final match. We had Jonathan Moxley versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Did anybody care? I know the crowd was into it, but
I would have been into it if I was there live. I wasn't. I just.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like.
I get it. You're in a tough spot.
No, you're not, and I'm going to tell you why.
You are.
You're not.
You are. This is the second time in a month you've had to vacate your title. What do you mean you're not in a tough spot?
I'm going to tell you why you're not in a tough spot.
Okay.
Because everybody in the wrestling world, and if you don't think this, you're fucking lying to yourself. You're a homer. You're just wrong. Has Daniel Bryan and CM Punk on the same level? Am I wrong?
No.
Court, you right, because you can't be. Right? Mic skills, they're different. You can like more than one than the other, but you have to agree they are on the same goddamn level. If not, Daniel Bryan is a higher level than CM Punk, if you ask me.
I won't dispute that.
Right? So, why do you not give the guy the fucking belt?
Because Max has got to win it.
At the expense of Daniel, like, what's his contract look like? Because I'll tell you right now, the way Daniel Bryan is working, that motherfucker is going to go back up north and absolutely crush it.
I can't dispute that either.
Like,
but
homie, with the new regime in charge, Daniel Bryan to go be the goddamn kingpin of the fucking WWE right now.
Yeah, I would pay good money to see Daniel Bryan versus this Roman.
And we got that at the end of 2 years ago.
But I mean,
but that's what I mean. And that was good. And that was a good fucking match. They might give us a buddy if it was in the Tokyo Dome 6-star.
Easy oos. But I get why Tony did it, and it doesn't make sense to ruin the Daniel Bryan moment because you're in a pinch. So I'll give him that.
Okay, but using that logic, which I agree, I see it, okay? You're going to put it on MJF, we're assuming. Correct?
Yes, 100%. If Max doesn't win at Full Gear, I give up.
Okay, so let's just say Max wins at Full Gear.
He's got to. Yeah.
How long did Hangman have it?
One cycle. So 2-3 months.
One cycle.
I don't mean that in a menstrual form.
Hangman had it more than 3 months, bro. Hangman was the champion for like 9 months.
No.
Absolutely. Look it up. If we had a producer that had his fucking camera on, he could maybe look it up.
He's probably butt-ass naked in there.
All right, here's my point. It doesn't matter.
You're right. It doesn't, because it was a pointless title run.
How long does Max have to hold the belt?
A year.
So now you're into Daniel Bryan year 4 before you give him the moment.
What choice do you have? Do you so you cut Max off at the knees for a 40-year-old Daniel Bryan who's already won his championships?
Here's the problem. I'll tell you why you do. Because you want to get mainstream viewers.
But Bryan doesn't have to go over. He doesn't have to beat Max.
He's got to be the champion, dude. You want to be
the guy? In a perfect world, yes.
You're the guy. You're like, you want to go mainstream? You want to go? MJF doesn't have. I hate to say it. I love the guy. He doesn't have the gimmick or the want to do anything other than be a fucking asshole, which is great, and I love it. But how do you market that?
You put Max in front of a microphone, he's gonna.
How do you market it to cereal companies?
Well, I mean, how are they marketing Roman Reigns as a heel?
They don't.
Do that.
They don't, because they market the brand, because they have part of the show is for certain things and the other part of the show is for other things.
Okay, we'll do that then.
That's why you have Daniel Bryan be the champ, because you can market him. The WWE has already put tons of money into him. People know who the fuck he is. My lady knows who he is.
But Max is the first homegrown.
I'm with it. I am with it. I want nothing more than Max to be the champion. My point is that you're kind of wasting Daniel Bryan.
I don't disagree.
From a marketing stand,
I don't disagree.
Us fans are loving it. And if Daniel Bryan went in there and was like, dog, I don't give a fuck if I win any belt. I want to go out there. I want to wrestle Wheeler Yuta, and I want to wrestle fucking, all of these guys and have these fucking matches and get the applause from, at the end of my career to wrestle how I want to wrestle. I don't really I'm all for that too.
Give him the All Atlantic title. You wanted more titles, Nate. Now you've got the All Atlantic. You've got the 6-man. You've got the Ring of Honor. You've got the Pure. You've got. You know what you do with Daniel Bryan, and this is going to be a.
You know what? Hold on. To answer your question, when you said how do you market Roman Reigns, homie, they had Roman Reigns be the baby face of the century for like 7 years. You just put his face on some shit, and the average person doesn't know if he's heel or face. They just know who he is.
I agree.
Right.
But that's also the household name company. So I mean,
you're all right. So how do you try to
197 days?
God damn.
Good God. Thanks for appreciate the stats. Appreciate that.
And I agree that Punk's mic skills are much better than Daniel. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. But Bryan Danielson's
they're equally good in a different way.
Bryan Danielson's run when he was the fucking eco-friendly heel is super underrated. When he won the
but Punk's run on SmackDown when he was basically playing a cult leader, when he was playing Charles Manson, is underrated.
I'm not disagreeing with that either. I'm just saying, let's just not forget both things. When Daniel Bryan wins the title and then has the straps made out of like hemp.
Yeah. No, I'm here for both of them.
Right. That's what I mean. So my point is that why do you believe in one and not the other? I guess is my question.
Okay, here's what you do.
To carry your company.
Here's what you do. Full Gear is November. Max wins at Full Gear. You keep Daniel Bryan busy. November, December. They run it back with somebody. Hangman, because that's believable. Because Tony's not going to give up on Hangman. Whatever. Mid-December, Daniel Bryan comes out. Let's say he's got the All Atlantic title or something.
Don't you
let's say he's got okay.
Don't you fucking pity me, the All Atlantic title?
No, listen to me. Listen to me. Let's say he's got the Ring of Honor Pure title.
I'm kidding. Go on.
So here's what he does. He walks out with his Pure title and he says, basically like the Dudley Boys did before the Public Enemy came in ECW in 1997 or 98. There's nobody left. Nobody's on my level. So I'm going to take this belt, and January 5th, I'm in the Tokyo Dome. You want it? Come get it. And he goes away.
Mm-hmm.
And he has bangers with whoever's available. Sonata, Okada, fucking Ospreay. So you get the you pay off your Japanese partners. You give Pumps a massive hard on. And you get Daniel Bryan away from Max, and then he comes back in March, April for All In, All Out, Blood and Guts, whatever the hell they're running, and you do it then.
Yeah.
Because Bryan can say, I've been all over the world and you've been ducking me. Or Max can say he's been ducking him. You went away to Japan. You didn't.
Right.
Because you knew you couldn't beat me, you know?
Right.
So, whatever. Max gets his 6 months, 8 months with the belt, and who knows what catastrophe befalls AEW by then.
I'm not hating on that. I mean, I just from a mark standpoint, that's 42. I'm all for that. I just don't know how you take him off television for that long and still keep your television company happy when he's the top 3 most recognizable guy.
I mean, you can't. You would have to show those matches in full.
Right. Which, sure.
Yeah.
Which that could be cool, right? That would be fresh. That would maybe sell some New Japan World subscriptions.
Yeah, just show clips, show highlights, and by the way, purchase this.
Yeah.
You can see Daniel Bryan while he's on tour in Japan for $9.99.
I'm for that. I like it.
Because Lance Archer ain't selling any New Japan World subscriptions.
No.
Who, by the way, just came back.
Right. And nobody cared.
The crowd went yawn.
Because you know why, Pumps? There's a lot of room for Lance Archer in are you ready? I'm about to book Lance Archer in Ring of Honor. Lance Archer comes down to Ring of Honor and he's pissed. And he doesn't necessarily like Jericho because Jericho kept him down.
Yeah.
But he also,
when I was Lance Hoyt, you were.
but he also is so now he's got to be the surly veteran in the kids' locker room.
Because Jake taught him how to be a wily old businessman.
And he doesn't necessarily get along with the kids either because he thinks he's above them.
Yep.
So each week he goes out and does his thing, and there's a dynamic with the kids.
Oh, dynamic. Okay.
There's a dynamic with
I got you.
With the younger kids wrestlers, wrestlers, and then maybe they're in a situation where he steps up and helps them out against Jericho and some AEW talent that had come down to help. You know what I mean? It just works for these people.
Yeah. No one's gonna cry if Lance Archer goes away for a while.
Right. And he's been away for a while, which is hilarious.
Yeah. He was away for the whole G1. Who missed him? Not me.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna run and use the bathroom really quick, and then we'll talk WWE. We'll talk WWE, and we'll get out of here. All right.
All right.
All right. Can you vamp for a second?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll talk about. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, chat. How you been? Good. Me too. Yeah. I love that we stopped talking about wrestling completely, and then Nate said, "All right, I'm leaving. Figure it out." So that's a thing. Shout out to Propel Berry, pretty delicious. Because some of us got to fit into a suit for Nate's wedding next year. That's fun. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I want you to be at my wedding and don't be such a fat ass. What else is going on? What's the score of the Feetsball game? Shout out to the Green Bay Packers for beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFC South. Let's see. Oh, the Cowboys are actually going to beat the Giants. Who had that one? Not me. That's why I don't gamble. Checking on Aaron Judge. Oof. Judge held homerless. Oh, boy. Well, that's just great. So we got no home runs. Cowboys beat the Giants. I'm talking to an empty chair.
All right. Sorry.
That's fine. I was just talking to Chad about home runs and football.
Who? Trying to who?
Chat.
Oh, I thought you said Chad.
No, unless Chad's in the chat. But Chad's not talking in the chat, so.
All right. We're going to talk about SmackDown. Because I was there.
Hey!
That's right. The show kicked off with, okay, now Pumps, I know you're going to break my heart here.
What?
You didn't watch any of the show, did you?
SmackDown?
Yeah. Like, not even the Sami Zayn segment that I kept posting 15 things about.
Why would I need it's basically on Instagram. I don't need to watch
So did you see it, I guess? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
You don't need to watch the whole thing, but you watched AEW Rampage.
Well, I'm working my gimmick, brother.
I know, but we're gonna have to maybe modify some things here.
First of all, mother trucker, I said to you, you tell me when to watch it, and I will watch it. I have yet to get the word.
But here's the problem.
This is the one.
But here's the
watch
problem.
It.
But here's the problem. This is why I'm behind the 8 ball, because each week is not like, I don't want to. I guess I get to choose the one you watch, right?
Yeah.
Right. You see the lineup for Raw tonight? Oh, I sent it to you.
Sometimes it could be Mommy. Sometimes it could be Poppy.
Anyway,
I'm kind of here for that.
Sami Zayn and the Bloodline.
If she pegs Dominic on live TV, I'll renounce AEW.
Sami Zayn and the Bloodline have a fantastic opening segment. It's just this is the best storyline going on in wrestling, in American wrestling.
I'm gonna shock you.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Roman Reigns on the Logan Paul show.
Oh, you did? How was it?
I watched the whole thing. It was good.
Was it?
Roman's a class act, man.
Oh, yeah.
I can't hate. I can't hate on him. Like,
yeah,
you know, he's got it down.
Yep.
I didn't know he had 5 kids.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, he's got 5 kids, 2 sets of twins.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's got a couple. Did you name them Jimmy and Jay?
He's got a set of twin boys and a set of twin girls.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Well, it runs in their family.
I mean, they be poking.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying set twins.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But he got them twice.
Yeah, I had an uncle that had that. I've got lots of twins in my family, and Rose was like, nope, this solidifies the fact that we're not having children. Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 sets of twins in my family.
Oof. Surprised Chris hadn't rolled the dice on that one.
Well, we found out that his wife over the weekend was like, when she got pregnant the second time, she was very worried.
I bet. I bet. My cousin had twins, and I was like, we don't have any twins in our family. I'm like, where did they come from?
So the Bloodline comes out. The Usos, Roman Reigns, Solo.
Also, not to interrupt, but we could have just walked off like an hour ago because it's still black screen on that side.
On what side?
On Shay's side.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you meant on our show. I was like, no, it's not. Oh yeah.
We could have walked off and just been streaming dead air.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Much like every Sunday night at 10 p.m.
I have a feeling he's listening. Anyway, so
Continue with your point.
they had a great opening segment. They had a great opening segment. A great opening segment.
I saw that Solo acknowledged Roman as his tribal chief,
of course,
as he should,
which was great. Then the moment came where Sammy was asked by Roman Reigns why he was wearing that T-shirt, and they got me. They got me for a minute. And
you were like, "Oh no!"
No, I was because I love this angle so much. I was like, "No, we're not stopping here." And it's hilarious to watch the little things because, so my other brother Ben is sitting to my left and he doesn't watch wrestling, and we're watching, and I go, I'm telling him the little tiny storylines. I'm like, so one of the twins likes Sammy, and one of the twins doesn't like Sammy. So watch the twin that doesn't like Sammy get excited when Roman's talking shit, and the other one. And so you watch like the different players, and what they're doing, and like, Jay is super fucking like, yeah, fuck yeah, I knew you was a buster. Like he's getting all fired up, and then Jimmy's all like, oh man, kind of like,
no,
yeah. And so,
my friend can't sleep over.
Yeah, so then they have the moment that Sammy has to take the shirt off, and Jay comes in and rips it off of him because he's excited, he's ready, he's gonna be rid of Sammy. Roman has another shirt. He says, "You're never gonna wear that shirt again, because you're gonna wear this shirt," and it says "Honorary Oos," and the place
Post Malone Summer 2.
Yeah, and the place went nuts, bro. Sammy chants. It was really, really cool. Then they had a segment in the back where Madcap and Ricochet were making fun of Sammy and saying how he's a buster and he kind of sold out, to the bloodline. And so Sammy says, you're not just disrespecting me now, you're disrespecting the blood. And then Solo comes out of nowhere and slams both of them into a fucking steel wall.
Oh, wow.
And beats the shit out of them.
Wow. Okay.
And Solo and Sammy goes, thanks, Zeus. I was just about to do that. So Solo and Sammy are tight. They're homies. And it's a cool little wrinkle in the storyline. I think they're just really, really doing great work. Next we had Liv Morgan and Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans is back?
Yeah. There was some kendo stick action, some table spot.
What's Lacey? Is she still a hard charging Marine, or they abandoned that too?
I can't tell.
Okay, fair enough. It's okay.
One week she's talking about how she was like in a broken home, and the next week she's a Marine. I don't know. Then we had the New Day versus the Maximum Male Models, and LA Knight's got to get out of this gimmick.
Send them down south.
I'll trade you. We can do some trades.
Okay. We'll have to work that out because that would be a good show.
Yeah.
We'll do 1 week when wrestling sucks. So this week probably.
Yeah. We'll do trades.
I
like that. Well, there was a breakup. Something happened. I don't even remember, but LA Knight walked off on his own.
Okay.
Without the rest of the losers in that stable.
Maybe his brother Eli will be coming out.
Then we had Braun Strowman and Otis, which was my nephew's favorite match.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of man meat in there.
A lot of
slapping around. Boys. He likes the big guys. That guy's a big guy. It was good. I mean, it was what it was. I mean, Otis, say what you will. He's kind of over. Can also work for his. He got an interesting look. He's not my guy, but you know,
I kind of enjoyed what they did in NXT, but they killed all of his momentum when they when they had him turn on his tag team partner, when they did that weird heel turn, and then the partner was gone. The first round of COVID layoffs. I mean,
I agree. Yeah, so, I can't. Yeah. You know, good for him though, because he's found himself a niche here. Because Gable's a great talker, and he got that shush thing over, and whatever. Next we had Drew McIntyre. Here's another issue. To go, not an issue, but when you go to a SmackDown, unfortunately, half of it's going to be talking segments and backstage things, and that kind of sucks for the kid. You know what I mean?
Henry or you?
Henry. No, not me. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, you said the kid. I'm like, hey, the kid over here.
Yeah. I'm talking shit the whole time. You know me.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I don't care what's happening.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because we the ones.
Oh, buddy. So you know, like, they don't also at that age understand fully that different people are on different shows. So like, you know, I wish he would have been able to see Riddle and like the other guys that he likes, you know, so it kind of sucks in that sense. At least on Raw, it's 3 hours, so you're going to get more matches and some talking,
more foolishness.
Yeah, on SmackDown, unfortunately, you're going to get half talking and half things in the ring. They gave us a bonus match at the end of the night, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So that leads me into Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross are going to have a strap match at Extreme Rules.
I'd watch that.
Yep, I haven't seen
Holy shit, Candice LeRae came back on Raw tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't watched Raw, obviously, but I know the card was great. So
I'll trade you Jade Cargill for Candice LeRae straight up.
Here's the thing.
Straight up.
But I would do that trade because I'll take Jade Cargill and stash her in NXT for a year and a half and bring her back up and have her actually work.
That's fine because I have to book with urgency. You know what? Fuck it. This is what we're doing next week. If you want to see the reports, if you want to know what happened, if we're on a Monday and you don't know by then, you don't give a shit. So next week, fuck it. We're trading.
We're fantasy GMing.
We're trading. That's it. AEW's in. Shay, put your headphones on. Take your Peter out of your hand. Write it down. AEW in crisis. The Illuminerdi fixes it. With a thumbnail, maybe, that might get some views. Because with a headline like AEW in crisis, people might click on that, even if they don't know who the fuck the Illuminerdi is. Jesus, I can't do everything.
All right.
I can't carry Nate's bags and book the show.
Exactly. I am a lot to handle.
Yes. But worth every bit of it.
Oh, shucks. So Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross are going to have a strap match. I haven't seen a strap match in the WWE since maybe Steve Austin and Savio Vega.
A Caribbean strap match.
I'm sure there's been a JBL strap match, and Cena, I feel like, has had one as well. I'm probably wrong, and there's probably been 10 since I think of fucking Austin Vega strap match. But
they don't do strap matches too much. I mean, they did a lot of bull rope matches.
All right. But yeah, so they're gonna. I'm all for it.
There's probably some implied racism in the strap match. So,
Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux used a fireball on Drew.
I saw that this was not even close. This was Hogan Warrior level fireball.
Didn't look great. Didn't even look great in the arena.
Yeah.
Kid loved it.
Hey.
Right?
Look at that. Look at WWE stealing AEW's Chris Jericho's gimmick. Shame on you.
And next we had Raquel Rodriguez and Dakota Kai. Went and got beer.
Now that might be a good story because Dakota Kai's with Bailey's group.
Yes. Oh yeah. Control is loses. They're starting to lose their confidence. They keep
But
getting
they
beat
have the
up.
straps. They're the tag team champs.
I know. Well, they're healing off.
Tune in on Fridays to find out.
In the main event, it was the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes, which is
So the
Pete
Pillow
Dunne.
Pals that they relaunched in
It's Pete Dunne.
2015.
It's Pete Dunne
Mhm.
and the other guy, Ridge
Is he still
Holland.
Butch?
Yeah, he's Butch. It's Butch and Ridge Holland. You know what though, bro? Like they're working as a tag team at least. Like
I know,
like
but Butch. I mean, that's just so awful.
I agree, but the fans are kind of into it, so they're keeping it.
I guess.
Right. But your reaction right now is exactly what I'm talking about. These are the kind of acts AEW needs. Because
I mean,
the kids,
real talk, I was going to trade you Buddy Murphy for Butch. Straight up. But he's already leaving.
Don't act like I'm taking Buddy Murphy.
You're taking Buddy Murphy.
Not over Butch.
Whatever. Buddy Murphy and his tag team partner in NXT, phenomenal. Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy.
I get Brody King too.
Fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not stupid.
All right. We have to figure out how we can do this.
We got a week.
Yeah. All right.
But we'll text after the show, obviously.
Yeah. All right.
Shout outs to the 2 new people that showed up in the chat. It was just me and Nate watching for the longest.
Yep. That's all right.
Whoop, down to 3. That's okay.
Fuck them. So the main event was the Usos versus Brawling Brutes, and it was good.
And it was good.
I was acknowledging the Usos the entire time from the outside. As you know, I don't
doubt that for 1 second. Don't doubt that for 1 second.
And at one point, Chris looked at his son and said, "Are you also tired of Uncle Nate acknowledging the Usos?"
Let me tell you something, Chris. That was 2 hours of Uncle Nate acknowledging the Usos. Let me know when you get to about 6.
I like me some Bloodline, man.
Oh, the city of Nashville knows that one.
Boy, do I ever.
Boy, does Nashville know that.
Yeah. So, So all in all, it was a really, really fun time.
You have to try to have a bad time at wrestling.
I agree. You don't need to like it. I'm telling you.
No.
You don't. It's not like.
I have taken so many people that would have never in a million years said, I'm going to go to pro wrestling.
Right.
And I take them and they're like, holy shit, that was a good time.
Yeah. My mom has come to me with it into like an indie show.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if you're laughing because you think it's silly, that's okay. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? You're entertained by it's a minstrel or a jester or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Think if you could heckle ballet.
Right. You could take somebody to a play.
This sucks.
You could take somebody to a play, and depending on the play,
right.
After 30 minutes, you're either going to be like, oh, this is all right, I'm kind of in, or you're just going to, when is this a wrap? You know,
we get it. The winds sweep down the plains in Oklahoma. Jesus.
And at pro wrestling, there's going to be something that's going to make you smile, or it's like the circus for sure.
Yes.
You know? Are there any more? Oh, before we leave, okay, hold on. We're gonna do the metaverse thing real quick before we.
Oh God, yeah, because I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we're into an hour and 40 minutes, so yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound.
It was a low key pay-per-view week of AEW.
I mean,
with 2 hours on each.
4 hour shows. Right.
Were there any other news and notes in the world of professional wrestling that we did not discuss, sir?
Malachi Black is granted a conditional release, so he's on a 90-day non-compete. So, first of the year, you'll see him up north, guaranteed. Now the talk is Buddy Murphy wants out again. Sure. What's crazy and what I don't get is like a lot of the internet pundits, they're like, well, if somebody doesn't want to be there, then don't let him. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, when it was WWE and they were like, no, we're not going to do it. We're not letting you go to AEW. Everybody was like, oh, that's fucked up. But now when AEW has the opportunity to let these people go, well, I mean, they're under contract. No, it's either let them go or don't. Sure. You don't get to play both sides of the fence. Whatever.
Speaking of,
what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, during one of the commercial breaks, they turned out all the lights and they started to play the White Rabbit song.
Yep.
And everybody had their cell phones out. And my nephew, who doesn't know who Bray Wyatt or The Fiend is.
No, he wouldn't.
Right. And so he's watching, and I was pumping him up like, dude, I think there's going to be a new guy coming out. And I knew he would like his entrance.
Oh, for sure.
And they're doing it, and then they flash like some red, and I was like, oh, fuck, here it comes. But I knew we were still a commercial break, and I just went, it's not going to happen. And so then it just stopped. And he looked at me, and he went, that was cool. Like, and nobody even came out.
Yeah.
He was all in on the Firefly shit. You know what I mean?
I do have a question for you since you were there, and you had said there was a bonus match.
Yeah, oh, yes.
What is this I saw where Roman and the Demon? What is this?
No, the bonus match I saw was it was the Street Profits and Shinsuke versus Imperium.
I legitimately forgot Shinsuke was even there.
That was the main event, and I think Gunter and Shinsuke are setting up for an Intercontinental title feud.
I'm all in on that.
Which I'm here for. Yeah, there was
something. There was something with Balor and the Fiend, and I need to know what it is.
Oh,
Good
okay, yeah.
God.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Sorry, I just opened up my For You page, and boy, when that algorithm hits, it gets it right.
So, outside in the parking lot on people's cars, there were printouts of a white rabbit with coordinates underneath that all the cars in the parking lot got.
Okay.
I gave it to my nephew, obviously, so I don't have the coordinates anymore. I didn't look it up or anything. I told him, dude, you should save this. Like this is your first, you came from your first wrestling show.
It's your first collectible. Yeah.
Exactly. He probably won't, but I'll tell his dad to make sure he saves it. But in the Extreme Rules promo for Riddle and Rollins.
Oh, this was from a year ago. I'm sorry.
Oh, in the Extreme Rules promo for Riddle and Rollins, over Riddle's back shoulder is a lantern and fireflies in the promo poster.
Did they spoil their own bit?
I think they've been doing different little tiny, you know what I mean? They did like the White Rabbit, they did dates, they're doing this, so like they're giving clues, and I think that's just another clue.
Because there was a Extreme Rules poster. Well, I mean, listen, let's not forget the most famous oh, you know what? I see it. There's a cauldron and a
Yeah, I see.
I do see it. Yeah. I mean, let's not forget the greatest Extreme Rules match ever in the history of Extreme Rules.
The Halloween horror
favorite match of all time. The Swamp Fight.
The Swamp Fight, yeah.
The greatest match ever. So, I mean, hey, if we can get a Swamp Fight or
we
something.
should do a Swamp Fight watch along.
Oh my God, I would love that. I would love that. I've done a watch along on this channel before for the Mortal Kombat movie. That's how long ago that was.
We'll have to figure that one out. All right. Pumps, do you have any other news and notes from the world of professional wrestling?
Anybody with thoughts on the draft, you send them in. Instagram, Pump61.
How do we do that? Like,
we'll talk off air. We don't need to hash it out now.
Yeah, like we pick like 25.
We'll come up with a pool.
Like the roster.
We'll come up with a pool. Like 15 from each.
But it can't be a draft. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, we can't do it. We could do a draft if we did like 15 from each and then 3 wild cards.
Yeah, but no. But the point is that you have that roster and I have this roster, and we do trades.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think because then I'm doing trades, knowing I'm keeping certain people, and then we can
knowing your company's not going out of business. Yeah. I'm dealing as they say in poker. I'm betting on the small blind here. Yeah. My chip stack's a little fucking low, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we'll do like 15. We'll do 15 people, active wrestlers from each roster, and then maybe we'll do like.
And you
3,
get
like. We could do 3. We could do 3 legends. Like I'll trade you the rights to the Undertaker's merchandise.
Pass.
For Sting to come and wrestle 2 more matches.
Pass. I mean, you can propose trades. Absolutely. I'll listen.
Yeah.
I will absolutely listen. Oh, somebody did tell me, my good friend told me today, and this legitimately, like, this was another thing, like, Vince McMahon will never leave the WWE. WWE will never stop doing this.
Yeah.
Apparently, WWE does not print their own shirts anymore. They signed a deal with Fanatics.
Oh, really?
I couldn't believe it. That's why you're seeing so much stuff through, like, was it Homage or Homage?
Yeah.
So that's why you're seeing so much. Because they're just licensing their brand now. They're not printing 50,000, you know, Alexa Bliss t-shirts and then blowing them out on clearance when she changes her makeup 6 months later.
Right.
So after 50 years, they finally. So yeah, I mean, if you would have said what's the one thing they'll never stop doing.
I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I take advantage of some of those blowout clearance.
Oh, absolutely. I have a Blue Pants t-shirt upstairs. Like, I lived off the NXT 1.0 clearance section for a long time. I got Velveteen Dream merch, Daddy. Yeah. So, all right. Stay tuned next week. We're gonna iron out the kinks in our trade. How about you, Nate? What you got?
Oh, that's it. Just be nice to each other. Watch wrestling. Take kids to pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Shay just came back looking disheveled.
Shay just appeared like a ghost out of the mist.
I love it. Yeah, just, you know, it's getting good. Wrestling's getting good. One ship is maybe heading towards an iceberg. Let's just hope we can. And
we got smooth sailing on one side of the ocean.
A ship that we never thought would get going again, that was docked, is starting to smooth sail.
Yeah, they're those engines are pretty close to 8,000 RPM.
Yeah. And the other one is navigating the seas.
The other one is spinning in fucking circles.
All right, guys. Peace to producer Shay. Thank you very much for hanging out.
Yes.
And shout out to the Realm. And shout out to all the people in the chat and all the people that will watch this later.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes.
Peace.